Well, hello there, Skywinders. Welcome back to another episode of Skywind007. On today's episode, we're looking at this right here. This is the Groove On wireless LED speaker. Of course, it has Bluetooth wireless technology. That's to be expected, and it's IPX6 waterproof. And it claims to have 11 hours of playtime. That's difficult to prove. Okay, so let's open it up. I did get it on sale from Walmart. As you can see, it was normally $19.88, but I got it for $15. And by the way, I will be comparing it to this. This is their previous model, so it does not have LED lights. And I'm going to be comparing it to this, which does have LED lights. It's from Sony. And I know this is a bad comparison because this is $130 and this is $15. But we'll see how it performs. So maybe you could save yourself all that money and just go for $15 instead of $130. Okay, so it's out of the box. So in the box you get the instructions, which you probably won't need. And you get a charging cable. And good news, very good news. You have the reversible Type-C USB cable, because if you look at this older one, you did have the non-reversible one, so you kind of had to aim it. But this new one does use the reversible, which is good. So at first glance, when you compare it to the older one, this one has a cloth grill. You can feel it's made of cloth. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm going to point it out anyway. And this one is all metallic. So I am thinking that's a bad thing because I know that these things tend to wear off the paint over time, but this being cloth, I've used it for a long time, this right here, so it's not coming off. But yeah, I'm a little worried that this might come off, this paint. But I guess they have to do it that way because it's gonna have LEDs in there. If you look at the back, strangely enough, it does have another grill, because this one does not have a grill on the back. So I'm assuming that's the subwoofer, however you pronounce that. On the bottom, it has a rubber. This one did not. This one just had these tiny little dots. And of course the connection over here, it has a very solid plug, and you have the DC 5 volts reversible type, of course. And instead of having it in the back, it has it in the side. So in general, I wish it was in the back, because when you put it on top of a desk, you can have the cable hiding in the back. Over here it's going to be sticking to the side, but presumably this is something you're going to be using as a rechargeable device, so most of the time you won't be plugging that cable there. Okay, so let's connect it. So we pull out the plug, and you can connect it. Like I said, it's reversible. I know it's hard to see, but it's there, so you just plug it in like that. Doesn't matter which direction. And let me power off the lights, and you'll be able to see the charging indicator. Well, you can't see it, but it's there. So that indicates that it is charging. So when that turns off, you know that it's fully charged. Okay, so now I want to connect it to my phone, which I have right here, and we're gonna see how it sounds. Okay, so I powered up the phone. So the first thing you want to do is go to settings, and then find connections right here, and then Bluetooth over there, and then we're gonna look for, well, we're gonna power it on. I guess you have to press and hold.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Wow, that is nice. It's nicer in person though. So you look for the Bluetooth device, and it's this one right here, the on LED SPK gray, and then you click pair.
Bluetooth connected.
So now it's connected. So now let's go look for some music. So let's go to Google, YouTube, and now let's look for a song. So let me look for something. Okay, so here's our song, Happy Mandolin. Press it. Okay, so it does react to the music. As you can see, it slowed down. Okay, so the instructions say over here light mode. If you short press, it'll change the light mode, and if you short press and long press, it'll turn it off. So let's do a short press. So right here, so it changed. Let's change it again. So let's play, let's see how that works. Okay, so let's press it again. It's this button over here, by the way, that light button. I like this one. Let me press. So I think you have about 5 modes. Yeah, you have this one and this one. Well, that turns it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9. So that's pretty cool. And you can leave it off if you want. Okay, so let me turn the lights back on. So overall, right now I'm actually thrilled with this. This is impressive. So I wasn't expecting it to be that easy to use, because like I said, I was going to compare it to my $130 Sony. This is the Sony Bluetooth speaker, which, no question about it, this one has a way better sound than this one. There's no argument about that. But everything considered, this is an amazing value, especially when you compare it to the other one, which is this one right here, because this one has about the same sound, but it does not have that cool lighting effect. So there might be a pitfall to the lighting effect, that the battery might last a little bit shorter. I don't know that to be the case, and it's a little bit larger, and I think that's to make the lighting effect a little better. So that's the difference between this one and this one. But overall, I think I'm very impressed with this, and it has a plus and minus. Let's see what the plus and minus does. Oh, that's the volume. Let me turn off the lights. Okay, so let's raise the volume. Let's lower the volume. Okay, that's 0. So when you go to 0, even the lights, well, that's 0 right there. The lights do turn on. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Wow, that is amazing. That's incredible. So let me see what happens when you long press. Let me turn on the lights. Let me long press. So it goes to the next song.
There is definitely a community for everyone on LinkedIn. There's somebody that is going to have some...
Okay, so if you long press, it'll go to the previous song. If you long press on the negative, it'll go to the previous song. If you long press on the positive, it'll go to the next song. If you short press the negative, it'll go volume down. If you short press the positive, it'll go volume up. And when you're changing volumes, it'll show the over here like this, like volume up, for example, right here. It'll show. So that's pretty cool. So that's max. That's max. So let's lower it back to medium. And that's amazing. So let's try to turn it off. Press and hold.
Power off.
Wow, that was amazing. So let's do a comparison now between this one and this one. Let me turn this one on, and we're gonna see them how they both react. Okay, so let's power this one on. Press and hold.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
Okay, now let me turn this one on. Okay, so they're playing the same music. I know it's all scrambled up, but that's the same song. Okay, so that was definitely interesting. So I think definitely this one illuminates better in general than this one, but you have to keep in mind that this one's $130 and this one's $15. So let's turn the lights back on. Now the next test I want to do is sound test. I want to see if this one sounds better than this one. So let's put this one aside, turn it off. So let's power it on.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
Okay, so they are both connected now. As we all know, one has lights, the other one doesn't have lights, so there's nothing unusual there. So let's play some music. Let's start with the one on the left. Now let's do the one on the right. Okay, let's do the one on the left again. The one on the right. Okay, the one on the left. Okay, the one on the right. Okay, I heard enough. So, my conclusion is that although they are made by the same company, and you would think that this is the continuation of this one, in reality, this one sounds better than this one. So that's kind of bad news, because now you have a problem here. You want the LED lights, but you want the good sound. So you can't have them both on the same device if you're gonna pay $15 for a Bluetooth speaker. So I don't know what to say. This one's better if lights is important for you, and this one's better if sound is important for you. So if you want both, you still have to buy this very expensive speaker, because this one has superb sound and it also has the lights. It's just super expensive, $130. So that is my conclusion right here. So this one's overall better. This one has a fairly good sound on the lower price category, and this one has the lights. So I don't know why On decided to make that trade-off. Instead of just making a really good speaker with both lights and sound, they made one speaker with good sound, one speaker with lights, but they don't have something for both things. So setting that aside, let's go to the jacuzzi, and let's see how this works in a jacuzzi, because it is waterproof. Remember, IPX7, I think. So that should be 1 meter for 30 minutes. So let's go. Bonjour. So here we are, and let's pour the water. Okay folks, so here we are. It is a beautiful day outside, but we are inside in the jacuzzi. So here is my drink, and everything is perfect. So we're gonna try out this speaker and see how it works in the dark. So let's press play. Okay, so now it's time to put it inside the water and see how it reacts. So let me just try to get up. It's kind of hard to get up. Okay, there we go. Pretty cool. So it does float. Now let's see if it'll play underwater. Well, you can hear it, but it's not meant for that, I think. Let me raise the volume. Wow. So definitely you can use it like that. You can have it float, but it's always aiming to the bottom. So they kind of messed up when they designed this. They should have designed it where it would be aiming like this all the time. Let me turn off the candle just to see the colors. Okay, so let's go underwater now. Let's see how it... So no, it can't really play underwater. If you go completely underwater, it cuts off. Yeah, it gets disconnected underwater. See right there? Yeah, disconnected.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay, reconnected. Let me press play. Okay, so another thing I want to mention about this device, this Bluetooth speaker, is that it can answer calls. So if you connect it to your phone, it'll be able to answer calls and it'll be able to reject calls. And I believe it can, like most Bluetooth speakers, it'll be able to redial. So the last call that was connected, it'll redial to that one, but you can't really select a specific person. You can't go through your contacts because there's no real way of doing that. There's no practical way of doing that. At least they haven't designed it for that. And I don't know if I want to demonstrate that because I can't imagine somebody buying a speaker like this to be talking in it. But it would make sense because since it is waterproof, and I'm assuming you might not have a waterproof phone, that would make sense. So when we get back to the second floor, my bedroom, we're gonna test that and see how that works. Okay, so it's time to go upstairs. Salute. Okay folks, so we are back, and the next thing I want to do is test the calling function. So we're going to receive call, we're going to answer it, and we're going to also try to reject a call, and we're going to do a redial because this is able to do redial. So I'm going to make a call to this phone. This phone is paired to the speaker, and I'm going to make the call from here. So let's do that. Okay, So right there, once you press this once, it'll connect. So as you can see, we are connected. Now if you want to end the call, all you have to do is press once here. Okay, so the call has been ended. So the next thing I want to do is reject the call. So let me call again. So let me press and hold for 3 seconds. Okay, so that's how you reject a call. So now let's pretend we want to call back. To call back, you have to do the following. To call back, you have to press the power button twice.
The number you are trying to reach has automatic call screening service. To reach the called party, please press 5. Thank you. Connecting.
Okay, we are connected. So basically, to redial, you have to press the power button twice. So let me end the call. So I press the power button once. Okay folks, so we have reached the end of this review, and like I said, this does a lot. It's a fairly amazing speaker and I'm very pleased with it. It does a lot, and I'm very happy with the light, the LED lights quality. So I'm not complaining about anything. Normally it's $20, I got it for $15, so that's fairly good. And here is the predecessor. I think that's how you pronounce that word, predecessor. So there are some differences between the new one and the predecessor. Of course, the LED is not present on the older one. Another difference is that the older one had a aux connection right here, and the new one does not, as you can see. Not that I can see. Also, the older one is a non-reversible USB connection, a micro USB, and this one is the USB type C, so it's reversible. So that's a very good thing, at least for me. The next thing is the buttons. If you look, it's a simplified version of things, or yeah, it is, because this one doesn't have the Bluetooth button. The new one doesn't have the Bluetooth button, and the old one does. So if you want to change Bluetooth, you have to memorize. You have to go into the manual and memorize the pairing. So you have to press negative, positive for 3 seconds, and all the pairings will be cleared. So that's what you have to do if you want to pair. If you want to pair a phone or another device. So here's how you unpair it and repair it. You press the negative and positive for 3 seconds, press and hold.
Bluetooth pairing.
So I'm not happy about that. I wish it had the Bluetooth button. What else? This right here, this cord is reflective, as I just showed you a video. The older one is not, so that's a good thing that they upgraded that. It is larger, but unfortunately the sound is not as good as the older one. So I did a lot of tests off camera, and sure enough, the sound on the older one is actually better than the sound on the new one. But for $15, I will give it 5 stars out of 5. I'm not complaining. Do I recommend this? Yes, I do, 100%. So thank you for watching. Subscribe and thumbs up.
Thank you for watching Skywind007. Please give us a like and subscribe.